can't just pick up and move my home.
Tonight, sounding off, parents are weighing in on the Duluth School District's proposal plan to rezone. Why they're upset. And taking it to the Iron Range, lawmakers give the public a platform on proposed gun control legislation in Minnesota. And later voted down a big proposal in Hermantown that would have had a regional benefit gets shot down. Why city councilors did not want more housing.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Kristen's on assignment tonight. There's a push within the Duluth School District to address the growing problem of overcrowded classrooms. To create more space, there's a proposal to redraw boundary lines. But doing that could change what schools students attend, and that's something that's got a lot of parents concerned. CBS 3's John Cardinelli heard from some of them today and has the story.
Some Duluth parents are concerned with the Duluth School Board's new boundary proposals.
They're pretty drastic, which unfortunately leads to some pretty emotional reactions from parents in this community.
That emotional reaction has resulted in a Facebook page with over 600 members voicing their frustrations about the new possible boundary lines. Frustrations that include longer drive times to and from school.
Missed family time, time that kids would have to spend, away from home, the time it would take to get homework done at night, missed opportunities for sports.
Longer drives, especially for those in the Rice Lake area.
2 of the 3 scenarios project those students to move out to Lincoln Park Middle School or Denfeld High School at the older level. Without traffic, and if you are just driving from point A to point B, say from their house to the school, you're looking at probably 45 minutes.
But other parents are upset because they've already made major financial decisions based on where their kids go to school.
We bought our homes where we did for a purpose, and it feels like that's just sort of like negated. That's not like an issue for people, but it is. We moved 2 years ago. I can't just pick up and move my home.
With the opportunity for parents to provide feedback on the horizon, Duluth parents hope their concerns will be taken seriously by the board before any proposed revisions to the boundaries are made.
Coming into tomorrow night's meeting, just be super open and have the ability and the empathy of where we're coming from. I think that would be huge.
You can go to the district's website to look at the 3 different proposals for how the boundaries could be redrawn. Now, both meetings for community input will be happening this week. The first is tomorrow evening at Duluth East. The second is Thursday evening at Denfeld. Those locations and times are also on our website, cbs3duluth.com. Let's head over to check in on the weather now with Dave. Dave, pretty cloudy out there today, huh?
Yeah, after a sunny start, Tony, and a chilly start, too. It wasn't 30 below like yesterday morning up in International Falls, but some towns had 5, 6 below. And then temperatures came up. The sun lasted a little while, but then clouds started to push in from a warm front. So we're just going to get warmer. And that warm front will provide enough lift to bring moisture up and give us a chance for a rain-snow mix. Slight chances around the region tonight. Better chance comes around tomorrow evening, and then might stick around at least through Friday. But let's eye up the short term first. Fire up our day planner for Wednesday. It should be cloudy to start the day, but not so bad temperature-wise. 16 above, 25 by midday, still pretty cloudy. And out of those clouds in the afternoon, we start to get better chances for the rain and snow mix to pop up. Only 30% really come Wednesday evening, but it'll double that by Thursday. How will it fare for Friday, and what will Saturday hold? A couple of more things we'll talk about here in just a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, after 6 days on strike, St. Louis County Union plow drivers went back to work this morning. County reps say it's a good day for them and the Teamsters. County Communications Manager Dana Kazel called the strike a challenge and says they're thankful they could reach an agreement with the union. It gives members extra personal leave time and flexibility in choosing their insurance plans, but does not change the sick leave accrual cap. Kazel says the deal benefits everyone.
Both parties worked really hard to get to this point, and it was really a refreshing thing this morning to be able to welcome our employees back to work. It's where we wanted them all along, and I know it's where they wanted to be.
Kazel says the supervisors who stepped in to plow during the strike did a great job, but they're happy to be back to full staff. She says their focus now is moving forward as a team. Chum's warming centers will be open tomorrow night. That's part of the annual count of the homeless people in the U.S. The count gives a snapshot for homelessness comparisons over time. The state uses the data to examine trends and gain more knowledge on how to better use resources. Volunteers, schools, street outreach workers, and several other organizations assist with the count each year. You can head to our website for more information on the count. Voices heard and opinions clashed today. Iron Rangers weighed in on proposed gun laws during an on-the-road Senate panel hearing ahead of the 2020 Minnesota legislative session. CBS3's Emma Quinn was there and has the story.
It's a debate.
I wanted to speak to you guys as an average, law-abiding citizen.
To make sure all Minnesotan voices were heard, senators traveled to Hibbing, where they shared firearm laws that will be presented at this year's legislative session.
To share the opportunity to describe our bills directly to the residents of northern Minnesota.
Proposed laws range from universal background checks, red flag laws, to making adjustments to laws that will help the court systems. Laws that some are in favor of.
Give law enforcement and prosecutors an opportunity to find out before a person possesses a handgun, not after. So I think it's good legislation.
Others see it differently.
We oppose gun control. We oppose this type of gun control. You cannot stop evil with that legislation.
One thing most do agree on, safety.
They're the ones that cause the problems, not the people in this room, and I don't care what side you're on.
All of these bills are set to be debated during the upcoming legislative session in Minnesota that kicks off on February 11th. The legal battle over a key polymet permit got underway in St. Paul today. Environmental groups are calling into question the MPCA's handling of the water quality permit for the proposed copper-nickel mine. This is a fact-finding hearing into allegations that the MPCA tried to hide concerns by the EPA about the project's risks. Lawyers representing environmental groups focused on previous pattern and practice of the MPCA in the handling of certain permits, in hopes of proving there was motive in the allegations that the agency tried to hide comments from concerned EPA employees. Meanwhile, the MPCA's team argued they did not get rid of or try to hide documents that they say were legally obligated to keep.
This case is about efforts that PCA undertook to withhold documents from that administrative record. They knew that would be part of any legal challenge coming down the road.
And essentially what it requires is comments, responses to comments, and then documents, written documents on which the agency relied. That is what's required for the administrative record, and that's something that PCA did in fact preserve.
The hearings are expected to last 5 to 10 days. At that point, the judge will prepare findings that the Minnesota Court of Appeals will consider as it weighs a broader legal challenge to a water quality permit the state issued for the project in 2018. Meanwhile, a group from the Twin Ports lit up downtown Duluth in support of the case against Polymet. Members of the Duluth for Clean Water Light Brigade held up a sign in front of City Hall tonight. It said, "Protect water, stop Polymet." Organizers say they're showing solidarity with the other environmental groups fighting the proposed copper-nickel mine. Wisconsin Republicans approved a bill today that would impose new requirements on the use of firefighting foams in an effort to reduce groundwater pollution. The proposal would allow the use of foam that contains chemicals known as PFAS only as part of an emergency operation, firefighter training, or testing if the testing facility has containment, treatment, and disposal measures in position to protect the environment. The bill is set to move to Governor Tony Evers next. Wisconsin insurance companies, healthcare providers, and others have announced an agreement to do away with prior authorization requirements for the majority of patients. Those agreements can slow the prescription process, allowing treatment of substance abuse. The agreement is considered a major advancement in the fight against addiction. Wisconsin Representative John Nygren says the deal will expand the access to medication-assisted treatment to more than 1 million patients. Insurance companies also agreed to cover at least one product to treat opioid addiction without pre-approval from the provider. Still to come on Live Local CBS3, why the Hermantown City Council is voting down a proposal to add more housing. Plus, Democrats and Republicans are digging in their heels as they debate the rules of President Trump's impeachment trial. We'll have the details.
Record high temp today, 45 degrees from 1900. We'll warm up tomorrow, maybe towards 30 or so. Not quite warm enough for a record, but a persistent warm spell will be with us for a while. We'll talk about how long coming up after the break.
Live, local, CBS3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS3.
Dear road rivals, charging extra for safety? Not on my road. To get Toyota's safety features in a Jeep Grand Cherokee can cost a lot more. In a Highlander, it's standard. Safe travels, Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
At Super One Foods, we're always looking for new talent to join our 5-star service team. We are a growing family-owned company that provides opportunities to learn new skills and enhance your working knowledge while serving your friends and neighbors. From flexible scheduling and variety in jobs to competitive wages and exceptional benefits, Super One Foods offers an excellent environment to grow both personally and professionally and can provide you with the foundation for career advancement in the communities we serve. Come join our team, Super One Foods. Jobs right in your neighborhood.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another year worrying about retirement, get a second opinion on your financial strategy. Let us answer your questions and show you how tax reduction strategies can benefit your retirement. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to download our free tax reduction checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 financial investment.
Check your tank level instantly and never make that long walk again. Enroll in Superior Fuel's monitored delivery program and let Superior Fuel take the pain out of propane.
Duke is a man of few words and many songs.
Let freedom ring. Gone country. Going down till the sun comes up.
It's 102.5. Duke.
Heavenly hand cream. Heavenly hand cream? My hands get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief of dry, cracked hands. Thanks to O'Keeffe's, I got my hands back.
Dear road rivals, charging extra for safety? Not on my road. To get Toyota's safety features in a Jeep Grand Cherokee can cost a lot more. In a Highlander, it's standard. Safe travels, Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, we're in the midst of a 2-day cold snap, or we're on the edge, the outer edge of a 2-day cold snap. Yesterday morning, International Falls down as cold as 30 degrees below zero. This morning, still nippy but warmer, 3 below for Hibbing. Well, that Arctic high-pressure system is now sliding towards Florida, and folks there, especially around Tampa, are facing tonight a wind chill advisory because their wind chill factor may be as cold as 20 above. Oh, well, they'll laugh at us come summertime when we're sweating from the heat, but right now we can chuckle. Miami has an iguana warning that they're going to be falling out of the trees because it's so cold, and their cold-blooded nature makes them go to sleep. And then, of course, the wind chill advisory for Tampa, a whole 20 above. To each their own, I guess. Well, up here among our own, we're eyeing up current conditions at the airport that include 17 for the temperature. A partly cloudy sky is there right now, but the Arctic high pressure is leaving, so the clouds are going to be thickening overnight towards mostly cloudy. Relative humidity, 71%. The wind is southwesterly, 22 miles per hour, so if it was cold, we definitely would have our own wind chill advisory. But with a current air temp of 17, we don't have to worry about that very much. Current temp, International Falls, 21. 18 for Hibbing, 19 Solon Springs, 21 in Superior, 19 from Silver Bay down to Two Harbors, and over to Watersmeet and Hayward, 2, and then lower 20s from Ashland to Ironwood. Low temps tonight might fall a couple more degrees around the region, but in general, they should go from the mid-teens to the lower 20s. And so a warm spell begins, a warm spell that may persist at least a week. Well, the warm spell, one of the agents of the change, of course, is the cloud cover being driven along by a low pressure system up towards our northwest, and its warm front easing in from the west. So clouds going up. We are getting a bit of a rain and snow mix now. It looks like it's draping across the Mesabi Range, going from a roughly Hill City area up towards the northern parts of St. Louis County. Not expecting much in the way of accumulation there because the leading element of this low, it's a very weak low, and its warm front still a little bit out of range for the area. The better chance for a rain-snow mix comes around perhaps tomorrow afternoon, especially in Wisconsin to begin. And then the low pressure system here and its chance for the rain and snow mix could persist, become a 60% chance by Thursday, fall to a 40% chance on Friday, and then go away come Saturday. We won't chase away all the clouds for Saturday and Sunday, but at least we'll get a drier period. So if this rain-snow mix chance pays off, do drive cautiously. Tonight in Minnesota, your low temps go from 15 inland to about 20 degrees by the lake. Into Wisconsin, Michigan, about 17 to 20 for the lows there. And then for tomorrow, yeah, we get the rain-snow mix. High temps, Wisconsin, Michigan, low 30s. There's the warm spell, 29 to 36 even in Minnesota, with primarily an evening mix chance. Then it's a 60% shot for it all day on Thursday, 40% chance for most of the day Friday, and then a break in the action, Anthony. Saturday and Sunday, mostly cloudy, but dry, and highs still warm, lower 30s. I think the lower 30s for high temps could be with us perhaps till February 3rd. So it's a long warm spell coming our way.
You keep forecasts like this up in January, we might have to start calling you Heatwave Dave.
Oh, in honor of Mr. Burler.
A little homage, yeah.
That would be an homage indeed.
Yeah.
He's quite a guy. You know, I talk with him once in a while.
Okay.
He's basking in the warmth down in Texas right now.
That sounds nice right about now. Thanks, Dave. New development denied. The Hermantown City Council has shot down a controversial proposal that sparked community outrage. The proposed apartment development, called the Arbors at Maple Grove, would have been built on 10+ acres at the intersection of Levake and Maple Grove Road in Hermantown. But tonight, the council listened to the concerns of many people, most of whom were stating their opposition to the 137-unit development that would bring roughly 400 residents to a residential, yet rural area. Within the 137 units, including a 103-unit multi-story senior living building featuring memory care services, a quartet of fourplexes, and 18 single-family homes with projected sales starting at $330,000. Many residents brought up concerns like traffic flow, loss of green space, and a lack of emergency responders to the area. One person did speak in favor of the project, claiming it was a good opportunity to spur economic development.
I worked hard to have the house I have. And now, after I get it paid for and trying to make it more comfortable, now I have this to look at.
In front of you today is an opportunity to support responsible and reasonable community growth. There is a demand in our region for new housing, and this project would benefit that demand.
The proposed development would have been privately financed with no public assistance sought and would have been subject to real estate taxes. The proposal was ultimately shot down with a 3-2 vote tonight. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3 Day 1, fireworks as the impeachment trial against the president begins. Lawmakers waste no time in clashing. Details coming up.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota, home of the largest selection of SUVs in the Northland. Visit KohlerToyota.com for 50th anniversary specials.
At Miller Hill Subaru, we believe in the mission of saving homeless pets and placing as many as possible in loving homes. Nearly 800 pets have been given a second chance through the Subaru Love a Pet adoption event in the past 12 years. We sponsor rescue groups near and far who share in this mission. And it's clear our amazing community supports adoption, welcoming these deserving pets to their forever homes. This is what collaboration and commitment to our community means to us.
Got you some sun protection.
But we work inside.
What's that?
He's testing the rollers.
Ma'am, I need to see your ID.
But I'm your mother.
Now what?
He's doing surprise trust falls.
I trust you, Jim.
Western National can cover your business and your home.
You'll get me next time.
With Western National, you'll have to find something else to worry about.
Get to Prime Appliance in Superior for the big New Year's clearance sale going on now. We've marked everything down again. The New Year's gonna shine, and so should your dishes with a brand new Bosch dishwasher starting at just $468. Get a Frigidaire 5 cubic foot chest freezer for just $225. Or an Amana gas range, only $479. Financing always available. Get it delivered and installed or take it home today. Prime Appliance, it's the best place to buy your appliances, and we'll prove it to you again this year.
America isn't just sick of Donald Trump. America's getting sicker. There are 1 million more uninsured Americans every year under Trump, and he's repeatedly tried to repeal Obamacare. Mike Bloomberg will make sure everyone without health coverage can get it, and everyone who likes theirs, keep it, while capping fees to lower costs. As mayor, he helped expand coverage to 700,000 more people and champion women's reproductive health. As president, he'll give access to everyone.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Over $60,000 in cash and prizes at the Bear.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Star Trek Enterprise.
Find heroes and icons only on My 9.
Democrats and Republicans are digging in their heels as they debate the rules of President Trump's impeachment trial. Democrats won an early victory when the majority leader abandoned plans to cram opening arguments into 2 days. But the Republican leader has moved to table every Democratic amendment so far. CBS's Natalie Brand is on Capitol Hill with more.
House managers clashed with lawyers for President Trump on day one of the Senate impeachment trial.
We hear all this talk about an overwhelming case that they're not even prepared today to stand up and make an opening argument about.
We are ready to present our case. We are ready to call our witnesses. The question is, will you let us?
The session began with a rules concession. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell submitted handwritten changes to his proposal, giving both sides a third day for opening arguments. That's after some moderate Republicans, including Susan Collins of Maine, expressed concerns. McConnell also agreed to admit House evidence automatically into the Senate record.
I send an amendment to the desk.
But Minority Leader Chuck Schumer's first amendment to subpoena White House documents was defeated along straight party lines.
The amendment is tabled.
It was the same for amendments seeking documents from the State Department and the Office of Management and Budget.
Some senators began the session taking copious notes. By evening, many looked restless, some even bored.
I'm someone that always keeps looking at my colleagues to see if they look guilty, and some of them are kind of looking down. I don't know how they can deny all witnesses.
It is clear House Democrats view this as an opportunity to continue their partisan attacks on the president.
President Trump is said to be closely monitoring the action in the Senate while he's meeting with world leaders in Switzerland.
That whole thing is a total hoax, so I'm sure it's going to work out fine.
Opening arguments are expected to begin Wednesday afternoon. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
All right, Kelly's in with sports. There was a big winning streak on the line tonight.
Big winning streak on the line.
Yeah.
Some great rivalry games that you're not going to want to miss, folks. The highlights are up next. Stay tuned.
Eye on Mining is brought to you by Iron Mining Association and Range Regional Airport.
Imagine building your Range Regional Airport without the mining industry. Now, imagine air travel without mining. We couldn't imagine that either. Welcome to Range Regional Airport, serving and supporting the Iron Range.
This is the Chevy Silverado with the world's first invisible trailer.
Invisible trailer?
Hop in. Silverado offers an optional technology package with up to 15 different views, including one enhanced view that makes your trailer appear invisible. Wow. That's pretty sweet.
Cool. Where's the trailer though?
Or get a total value over $9,500 on this Silverado 1500 without optional tech package or enhanced invisible view. Plus, current GM owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
When I went to Aspen Dental, they asked me, what's wrong? I go, I had rotting teeth in my mouth. My fiance hadn't seen me smile in 10 years. I have a child on the way here in the next 5 months. I would like to be able to smile in his first picture when he's born. They said we can do that. If I would have known that I was going to be 50 times happier with dentures, I would have fixed it before.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes, dentures start at $3.99 per arch. And yes to a 90-day denture money-back guarantee. Don't wait. Book at aspendental.com or call today.
I protect this house every time I step on the ice. J3 Insurance protects my house, my family, and everything important to me 24/7. Visit or call J3 Insurance today and protect what matters to you.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips Fruitwood oak cabinets in painted or dark shaker styles. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
It's time for Winter Winnings at Bad River Lodge and Casino. From 7 to 11 p.m. every Saturday in January, there's a chance to win up to $14,000. At 11, you could win a snowblower plus $500 cash. We'll see you at Bad River Lodge and Casino.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier. I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Imagine building your Range Regional Airport without the mining industry. Now, imagine air travel without mining. We couldn't imagine that either. Welcome to Range Regional Airport, serving and supporting the Iron Range.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Man, oh man, the Cloquet-Esco Carleton girls hockey team has their win streak totaled up to 17 games, ranked third in Class A and rolling right now in the Lake Superior Conference. But tonight was a tough test against another ranked team, Proctor Hermantown. A nice ceremony for former head coach Glenn Gilderman before the game, and the Mirage came to play. First period, Hannah Koppinen in by herself finds a shooting lane and scores, so the home team strikes first. A few minutes later, they're back in the offensive zone. Some nice passing. Gets back to Koppinen, who collects her second goal in the first 6 minutes. It's 2-0 Mirage after 1 to the second. They keep the pedal to the metal. Nia Seeger throws a tough angle shot at the net, and it gets through, and all of a sudden, that win streak is in danger. They add 2 more before the period is over, and they never let up. The Mirage take it to CEC to snap their 17-game win streak, 6-1, the final. Boys hockey up in Virginia. Cloquet-Esco Carleton boys taking on Virginia MIB. First period, CEC gets right to work. They snipe it in off the deflection. That goal makes it a 1-0 Lumberjacks game. Still in the first, Christian Galatz with the wraparound, turns, shoots, scores just minutes later. And that is not all we'd see from number 7. Check this out. Galatz gets the feed on the breakaway all in his lonesome, sweeps it in, and gets a little hop over the goalie. That's just plain filthy. CEC leads 4-0, and they'd go on to take care of business 10-1, the final. A highly anticipated matchup in girls basketball. Duluth Marshall taking on Proctor. Second half, Hilltoppers down by double digits. Jonna Neepkins takes matters into her own hands, pulls up from the parking lot. She had a game-high 28 points. Marshall's other big scorer, Grace Kirk, did her part as well. Hits the floater. She had 18 of her own. But the Rails never let up their second-half lead. Sam Pagachnik fights down low. A dime of a pass, and the Rails' all-time leading scorer puts it home. True team effort from Proctor. Sam Berendo drives, gets the hoop and the harm. That was really the dagger with under 3 minutes to go. Proctor takes down Duluth Marshall, 71-61 the final. And in more girls hoops action, Hermantown hosting Cromwell, right? Both teams with just a single loss on the year. Second half, Ava Asgard collects the rebound in the paint. Not only lays it in, but she draws the foul for the and one. That lead grows to 5. Cromwell has an answer. Shaylee Hakamaki drives, puts up the floater, cutting the lead to 3. Off the Hawks' rebound, she turns around and does it again. This time, Hakamaki drills it for 3, and Cromwell has it knotted up at 32 apiece. Hawks take the lead right back, though. Ellie Schmitz works down low, puts it up and in to make it a 4-point game. Hermantown gets the buzzer, just barely edging them out, 64-62 the final. It is not quite Twins Tuesday, nor is it quite time for the Twins to rev up their bats for the 2020 season, but the Twins caravan came to Duluth tonight and sure did get fans hyped for opening day. Infielder Luis Araiz, prospects Lewis Thorpe and Trevor Lanark, as well as Jack Morris and Dick Bremer were included in the lineup tonight in Canal Park. They talked 2020 season, Jack Morris in Game 7 in the 91 World Series, and met some fans at the end for some autographs, getting Twins territory excited for 2020. And of course, I had to do some hard-hitting reporting with the biggest Twins fans to see how excited they were, as well as get their favorite Twins.
Really big one.
Really big? On a scale of 1 to 10, how big?
10.
Do you think they're going to win the World Series this year?
I hope.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a Twins fan?
9. Max Kepler.
Max Kepler? Do you know why he's your favorite player?
No.
Max Kepler's my favorite too, bud. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health St. Mary's Medical Center. Proud to serve as the Northland's only adult Level 1 trauma center.
Do you know what the U of M does for you? From farms to breweries and orchards to markets, discover how the University of Minnesota is cultivating a new crop of Minnesota businesses.
Bart picks me up when I call.
It gets me to my appointments.
It gets me to class. It gets me to practice.
It gets me to go shopping.
It gets me from school.
It gave me my mobility back.
And it gets me here with my friends. The bus is always warm.
At Bay Area Rural Transit, we have over 82,000 reasons to ride. One for every person who lives here.
The Culligan high-efficiency water softener is the world's best. It's backed by the industry's strongest warranty and serviced by the world's largest local dealer network. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
Cold and harsh conditions can make your winters brutal. So we traveled to a test facility in Baudette, Minnesota, and pushed the Honda CR-V LX with available all-wheel drive to the absolute limit, challenging the available real-time all-wheel drive with intelligent control system, and proving why the CR-V can push you through those cold winter months. Visit your local Honda dealer to find a great deal on the CR-V at 2019kbb.com Best Buy.
Northland, when you want the most new country, make the switch to Cat Country 98.9 KTZO.
Never met a girl like you. What makes you country?
#1 for the most new country.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
A big achievement for 3 students from WITC. They recently came in 3rd place while taking part in a Wisconsin healthcare competition. Ashley Rolfe, Kira Gustafson, and Lynette Wester all took part in the competition. The students were assigned a case study of a complicated healthcare situation. They had to work together for 2 months to come up with an analysis of opportunities within this scenario. There were 8 other finalist teams up against the WITC students. They received $1,000 for placing 3rd. The competition took place in the Wisconsin Dells earlier this month. Good job. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, wonderful.
All right, Dave. What's the weather going to do tonight?
Warm up because of a warm front approaching, and the clouds will go up, and there's a chance for a rain-snow mix tonight. It's about a 20% chance tonight and through tomorrow morning, but becomes a 30% chance tomorrow evening, a 60% chance for the mix on Thursday, and devolves to a 40% shot on Friday. So do watch out for a little bit of rain on the roadways for the next couple of days.
We'll keep an eye on those systems. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.